Hello there, Capricorn-Aquarius Cusp Collective. Welcome back to Cusp of Roses for your love energy reading. Remember that this is timeless. Make sure you read the description box below if you're new. Welcome. And make sure you check out the community board as well so that you are in the full and complete loop of what you can expect here moving forward on my channel, okay? So we're going to get into our moment of gratitude. I'm going to guide you through 2 deep breaths, and then we're going to do 2 deep breaths in silence. You are more than welcome to breathe along with me. If you would prefer to do your own prayers or the prayer that we used to do or any other gratitude practice, moments of silence, whatever floats your boat and tickles your fancy in the moment, please do so, okay? This would also be a really good time to connect in with your higher self. Ask your angels, your ancestors, your guides for what you need confirmation on in your love life right now while we are doing this breath work, okay? So for those of you that will be breathing with me, let's go ahead and take a deep breath in. And breathe out. Take a deep breath in. And breathe out. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and look into these love messages. Thank you so much, Divine. Please show me, what important love messages do you have for Capricorn Aquarius cuspers in the now moment, whenever they are watching this? Okay, there we go. Great. So first card out, we have retreat here. It's time to disconnect from the world. You also have religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. And then we have trust, okay? The situation is calling for you to have faith. All right. Now, before I even want to get into these cards, something feels like it's important to mention that we are experiencing a retrograde through the cusp of Capricorn Aquarius, okay? So Mercury being in Aquarius, moving back into Capricorn, and then moving back through Aquarius, okay? Depending on what astrology you follow, that will be different. But that seems important to point out. So collective, if there is this feeling of needing to kind of find some time for yourself, needing a little bit of detachment from what you're feeling in the moment, or maybe just feeling a bit detached from your environment, know that that is normal, okay? Especially with this Mercury retrograde in your energy. Yeah, it feels like there's a need to either find some alone time with a partner, okay? Or for those of you that might be single, this is like a time to almost maybe spend some time thinking about the partner that you do want. So disconnecting from your day-to-day life just for a little bit, find some time for yourself to really maybe journal it out, think about it, right? Make a vision board about it, but to just spend some time in that energy of connecting with what you actually desire when it comes to a partner here, okay? Some of you are also being called away from a partner because we have religious factors here. It says your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path, which for me is like almost like a high priestess card in this particular deck. So again, there's a real need to tap into your higher self when it comes to your love life. There's a real need to... Some of you maybe even want to look up, depending on the religion, the spirituality that you follow, maybe just research some philosophy around love. because it feels like there's going to be something important that sticks out to you in that research that's going to help you bring in some faith, bring in some trust when it comes to your love life, okay? I also just heard prayers. Some of you really want to start getting more specific in your prayers, especially if you're single and you're trying to be open or get yourself in alignment for love, energy, romantic love, okay? This situation is calling for you to have faith. So some of you could definitely have a spiritual connection here. This could be a part of the reason why maybe you feel like the need to retreat, or that you need to kind of find some alone time to connect with this energy. For those of you that'll resonate with that, that'll make sense. But ultimately, back with the prayer energy, it's like whenever you feel, some of you, this retreat energy is like isolation. Whenever you feel kind of isolated, especially if it comes to your love, no matter if you're with someone or not, I think the divine is trying to get you all to use your spiritual sense, whatever that means for you, however that looks like, right? To find a sense of grounding, right? To activate a little bit more faith in order for you to trust the now moment. Some of you might definitely be going through some like doubts, right? Like if you are with a partner, you may again all of a sudden feel like you kind of need to detach from them. You need a little bit of your own space. Something may even feel off within the connection, and it feels like, one, it's a part of Mercury retrograde, so just keep mind to that, okay? Definitely check out the Mercury retrograde reading I did, because you might get some extra messages there or additional confirmation. But it just feels like there's a real need to find a grounding in your faith practice, in your spirituality, in order to get through this kind of energy of isolation within a connection. Or again, if this is by yourself, then you would know, okay? But it just feels like if you are with somebody, it's like you're not on the same page all of a sudden. And so that might be a little alarming, but the divine is saying to just trust the distance that you feel like you need to take, or if they're asking for distance or space from you, trust that it's going to be necessary for both of you to kind of find a little bit of self-ascension or do a little bit of internal work here in order to keep this thing going, okay? This connection going. Okay. Let's go ahead. I'll put those there. So I'm using the Sun and Moon Tarot. This is a oldie but goodie on my channel. I decided to bring it back out. I was called to it. Let's go ahead and look into this a little deeper. Thank you so much, Divine. Please. Oh, okay. Please show me what Capricorn-Aquarius needs to know about retreat. Princess of Cups. Yeah, there's definitely some messages that are trying to come in here through your emotional body around the current situation that you need to be open to. Yeah, Six of Cups. Yeah, definitely. So some of you are in soul contracts here, Six of Cups. In order to find, it's almost like, yeah, it's just that energy of being super, super detached. I cannot get away from that. Like almost, let's say you've been dating somebody, talking to somebody, and then it's like all of a sudden the desire to contact them, to talk to them all day, or to see them just kind of fades a little bit. And I feel like some of you, that might push you to either run away from the connection, drop the connection, when I don't think that that's necessary. I just feel like it's Mercury retrograde giving you this kind of pullback in your energy to really evaluate if this connection is something that you want to be open to. Is it actually serving you? It's almost just like a self-check-in, okay? Yeah, with the Six of Cups of pleasure, like for some of you, if it's, that's what I mean. It's like something has either lost its spark, its shine, the fire, like something like that, right? So where there's a need to kind of listen to what, I can't get away from that. Listen to what your higher self is telling you here, Capricorn Aquarius, in regards to this connection, so that you can be open to enjoying your relationship or this connection a little bit more. Yeah. Because with the Six of Cups and the Princess of Cups, it's just needing to accept that this is something destined for you almost. And I maybe destined isn't the right word. It could be. Wow, Prince of Cups. So in this particular deck, the page suit is split into Princess and Prince energy, which it's sun and moon, so it really highlights masculine and feminine energy. But what I actually love here, it's like maybe disconnecting or finding some alone time, possibly with your partner, or just to connect with this energy of love, actually brings you into this space of balance here. Into this space of balance, where it's almost like you and this person, you and this energy need to meet inner child to inner child. And that's why the divine would want you to connect or disconnect from the world so that you both can find the pleasure in each other's company, just kind of reconnect to the innocence of this connection. It almost feels like that might go out the window or be a little foggy or lost at some point. But yeah, it's like with this Princess of Cups, it's receiving the emotional connection, right? With the Prince of Cups, it's taking action towards it, right? And then you see both of them in this Six of Cups energy. Some of you, this might be a partner that you have kids with. Yeah, and you may be feeling a little overdue for some fun, right? Especially with all that's going on in the world, it can be definitely difficult to kind of get out and do something other than your daily routine. But it almost feels like for those of you that may be single, this feels like the more that you find balance, peace, and connectivity with your inner child, the more you connect with this person, this love connection, right? This cord of energy. So maybe it's just allowing yourself that time. Yeah. Because it's almost like when you're alone, you feel connected. Maybe when you're in your daily routine, it's hard to kind of connect with that. So for some of you that are really experiencing that detachment energy from Aquarius, there's just a need to really either figure out a way to have fun again, do something fun, or allow your inner child to kind of guide you here. Let's look, okay. I could go into that forever. Let's look into religious factors. Thank you so much, Divine. Show me what Capricorn-Aquarius needs to know about religious factors. Yeah, Hanged Man. Okay. Can I get one more for... All right, give me 1 second, y'all. Okay. Alrighty. So that's a lot of energy. But I'll keep it. I'll keep it. Okay. First card to flip out here was the Hangman, or the Hanged One. Okay. Piscean energy. Some of you, it's like when you, again, this is what I was talking about of being alone and being isolated. It's like when you actually find some time for yourself to do a little inner work, to really connect in with you as opposed to kind of your environment or being wrapped up in some sort of daily routine that you have. This Six of Cups energy, this soul contract, this soul connection becomes really, really strong or really kind of present around you. Yeah, and it's like that's the religious factors. It's like you guys either meet in spirit a lot. So this could be like a 5D connection, a spiritual realm connection that you have, which is, again, would definitely be highlighted in the Six of Cups. But there's a need to spend some time in that energy. however you can. You also have the Seven of Wands and the Nine of Wands. Okay, you have valor and strength. So this is standing your ground here. Yeah, some of you, it's like, some of you, yeah, where this might be just like a higher level connection or some sort of spiritual realm connection that you have, or again, a soul contract. It almost feels like there might be a little bit of temptation here for you to either, like, again, this is why I think it came up with looking into your particular spirituality, religion. What are their philosophies around love, around intimacy, around pleasure? Six of Cups. Because it almost feels like that might be a really huge factor in this relationship. So whether you are saving yourself for marriage or have a certain protocol when you are dating someone, when it comes to intimacy, it feels like the divine is really wanting you to kind of stand your ground and have the strength to stand your ground. Some of you might be halting this pleasure between you and this person in order to, in order to avoid some sort of competitive energy, or in order to not have some sort of strife or internal conflict here. Yeah, definitely with that, with the Two of Swords. It's like wanting to invest in this connection properly. And with the Prince and Princess of Cups, I feel like this is an energy that is mutually understood or respected between you and this person. Again, that's what I was saying. It's like the innocence of it all. It hasn't become anything other than that. Sorry, my words feel really choppy. But I'm going to do the best I can here. Yeah. So with this religious factors, it's like needing to really stand your ground and hold steady, hold this pause energy. Some of you, this might be new for you when it comes to love and relationships. Like you've never held back from the pleasure, or like set a certain standard, or had any sort of kind of boundaries around that. So you might have been guided by your higher self to exercise boundaries. And so it's almost like a test for you, Capricorn Aquarius, to see if you can truly stand in that energy, stand on that pillar, right? Of wanting to wait, wanting to see things in the connection first before going there. In order to have peace of mind and avoid internal conflict or external conflict. Yeah. It's like wanting to do it, wanting to invest in it, wanting to go there, wanting to have that pleasure, wanting to experience that energy, but knowing that if you were to do it, maybe even out of pace with the Princess of Pentacles, if you were to do it before fully knowing something or fully having studied this person or studied the energy between you two, that it could actually disrupt your peace here, right? Cause a lot of unnecessary conflict. Okay. Very interesting, Capricorn Aquarius. Whoa. All right, let's look into trust. Thank you so much, Divine. Hi, Whispers with the Divine. Thank you so much for being here. Just afraid grief. Okay, yeah. Then that's exactly, if that's what you're feeling, if it's a little bit of fear there, if it's like your higher self, your spirit is saying, I'm just not ready to go there, I'm just not ready to experience it yet, or I'm not open to it, stand on that Seven of Wands and the Nine of Wands. All right, let's look into trust. Thank you so much, Divine. What does this collective need to know about trust? What does Capricorn Aquarius need to know about trust? Queen of Pentacles flipped out. Yeah, you know yourself. You know, yeah. Trust, really, really trust yourself here. Oh, yeah, the Sun. Exactly. Yeah. So Queen of Pentacles flipped out first here with the trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. What I love about this particular Queen of Pentacles card is you see that she's not in a very abundant environment, right? When we think of lush greens and like healthy soil to plant a seed, right? She's in the middle of a desert. So there is that oasis kind of off in the background here, but it's almost, right, like an illusion a little bit. It's almost like this Queen of Pentacles knows that soon she will travel, she will move. Like, it's not the right time yet for something. And so it's like, trust your intuition on that. Some of you, it's the stubbornness, the Capricorn energy, right? Not that Capricorns are super stubborn, but definitely headstrong. Follow that, because you're given that energy for a reason. It would be wise, okay? Queen of Pentacles, having faith that better soil, a better time, better energy will come here. And we have the sun. This is what I'm saying, waiting on the sunshine. Hi, the Bane. Thank you so much for being here. Waiting on the sun, right? The situation is calling for you to have faith. The situation is calling for you to have confidence. The situation is calling for you to hold this connection or hold whatever ground, again, that your higher self is guiding you to stand on in the now moment, to have patience, like to wait it out just for a little bit. Like I said, with the Princess of Pentacles, there's needs to be a little bit more getting to know each other or studying of behaviors before you open that door. Yeah. Trust that. Because with the Sun card, it's the best card that can come out in a deck, right? It's the most positive card. It positively aspects everything. So it's not that waiting is going to interrupt, disrupt, or, you know, make anything worse. It's actually going to make things better here. Okay? And again, I feel like you know that deep down within your spirit and your soul, your higher self has been telling you that. So it's what's going to be the highest good for both of you. It's also going to maybe help you both build trust between one another. Yeah. Right? Queen of Pentacles. You definitely have to be trustworthy when dealing with the Queen of Pentacles energy. She's not going... Oh! So sorry about that, y'all. My bad. She is not going to entertain anyone or anything that she can't rely on, right? It's about reliability. So there's a need to kind of wait to make sure that that reliability, that trust can be founded on, that you can kind of have some sort of consistency with that as well with the Sun energy, and that you guys can have a successful bond of trust or, you know, energy of trust between you two before you go there, okay? Ooh, yeah. And to solidify that, you have the Three of Wands, virtue. So like I said, definitely whatever spiritual practice you follow, whatever religion that you connect with, okay, look into their philosophies around love, intimacy, all right? And maybe even virtue, and see what it says. What do you feel that you connect with? What do you feel that you don't, right? Have those boundaries understood deep within you so that they're easier to stand on and uphold when you are dealing with someone, okay? Especially in your love life there, yeah? It's like, I feel like the divine wants you both to have an opportunity to build, I hear reconnection, so for some of you, this is a reconnection, to build from a place of purity, and not in like a very strict sense of that, but just build from that child space, right? Remember, we had the Six of Cups, the Prince Page of Cups, and the Princess Page of Cups, right? In this deck, they're split in gender. So it's like getting back to that innocence, getting back to that space where your inner child and their inner child can actually engage with one another, as opposed to having walls, as opposed to like not trusting them, not really being able to be yourself or be open around them, right? There's something about that there. Because children, again, very innocent energy, especially with the Sun here. Could be connecting with the Leo, or you could have some Leo in your chart as well. But there's a need to trust the process here, that you build the virtue between one another, right? So that the connection isn't restarted on a, like, too quickly, right? To where, again, the strife right? You lose that sense of peace in your mental body, and then you're constantly having that internal conflict within you or with this person, right? All right. I really hope that made sense. All right. Let me do one shuffle here. Oh, that was not a cute one. Hold on. Thank you, Divine. All right. Show me what do Capricorn Aquarius's cuspers? Capricorn. Okay. What do they need to know about love in the now moment, Divine? My words are just not there today. All right. We have acceptance. Okay. It says you are ready to release control of situations or people and lovingly embrace the rhythm of life. Exactly. So it's embracing the rhythm of life isn't always just releasing your boundaries, right? Or just kind of throwing caution to the wind. Embracing the rhythm really talks about when you need time apart, you need time apart. When you need some space, when you have a boundary, follow what that higher self, your guidance is telling you to do. Because that's ultimately going to lead you to the happiness that you're looking for, okay? So some of you need to accept the fact that your higher self is really active in the now moment and is guiding you in this connection, okay? And trust that. Even if it goes against maybe something you want to feel or you want to experience, right? Trust that higher knowledge, trust your inner, just that small voice, right? I don't know how else to explain it, but I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. We have purpose here as well. It says you possess the determination and dedication to consciously demonstrate love. So this is also saying for me, it's like there's a reason why you and this person are connected. There's a reason why you are being called to hold the boundaries or take a pause where you're feeling led or detach a little bit where you're feeling led. There's a reason behind it. There's purpose here. And it almost feels like there's a need to, again, cultivate this purpose between you two first before you actually experience things a little bit deeper than that. Do you know what I mean? It's like really build a solid foundation of trust before all of that happens to avoid unnecessary conflict. I just feel it. It's like if you were to operate outside of what your higher self is telling you, you're just going to experience more strife. You're going to lose some sort of peace of mind. It's going to be a back and forth. Should I have done that? Should I not have? Was it too soon? Right? Like, follow what your heart is telling you to do here, okay? And then you have respect. Yeah. You value everyone's unique perspective on the path to love. And I think that's also talking, again, why that need to look into the philosophy around love based on whatever religion or spiritual practice that you partake in. Because there needs to be a mutual respect for that. So if you and your partner have opposing views when it comes to pleasure, when it comes to intimacy, then that's something that needs to be worked out first, where you both kind of trust each other to be open and vulnerable in that space before anything can happen. All right. So that's just something to keep in mind. All right. That could also be the virtue that needs to be built between you and this person, that you guys both need to either find a level of respect for one another, especially if this is a reconnection, or that might be something you're putting a pause on the connection because there might be a little lack of respect. So working that out is what is in the cards for you right now. Let's go ahead and see what energy you might be connecting with, Capricorn Aquarius. You have Cancer here. All right, thank you so much. What other energies could this reading be connected to for Capricorn Aquarius? Thank you so much, Divine. You have Earth elements. Yeah, I feel like we got this in the Capricorn reading as well. And Aquarius. Wow. Yeah. So, could be dealing, again, Cancer energy, or you could have Cancer energy in your chart. You could have Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus in your chart, or they could as well. And definitely some Aquarian energy, some air energy here. All right. But alrighty, Capricorn Aquarius, this has been your love energy reading. I hope you found it helpful and insightful and maybe filled with some confirmation for what you might be going through in the now moment or what you needed to know in the now moment. Definitely let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. The Bane and Whispers with the Divine Feminine, thank you so much for hanging out with me. And for everyone else who might be watching, I appreciate your time. I will have your oracle cards posted on the Instagram page at Cusp of Roses with some excerpts from the book just to provide a little bit more insight or just some general energy, and also give you an opportunity to connect with that energy outside of the intuitive tarot that we just pulled. Okay, so using your higher self, sharpening your own intuition there. But if I don't see you over there on Instagram, Collective, I will see you all in your next reading. All right, namaste.